Hello, friends and enemies. Today we are covering an older album, the 1988 self-titled album by Las Ánimas del Cuarto Obscuro. Las Ánimas del Cuarto Obscuro was a post-punk Mexican band started in the 1980s by José Escurdia, Toño Sánchez, and Juan Escurdia. Toño Sánchez would later continue as a solo project called Las Ánimas. Before we get any further, I would like to remind you all to like, comment, and subscribe for more information on goth music from Latin America. This album is 8 songs, 36 minutes in all, pretty average for the time. Sound-wise, I would place these guys at more pre- or proto-goth than strictly goth, even though goth definitely existed as a genre at this point in much of the world. I guess it's what we now refer to as post-punk, though I cannot be sure that that term was used there at the time, because the more I speak to people actually around back then, the more I find out that the term post-punk was not common in many places, and I do not know if Mexico is one of those places. I could not find much information about this band, so I cannot tell you about who their inspirations were, but there are bands that they definitely reminded me of. I get a lot of early Warsaw-era Joy Division, and even some earlier acts like Per Ubu, however you say that, and Brian Eno before he became an experimental noise artist. Some songs even reminded me of Bauhaus during their ripping off reggae era, which I suppose means it sounds like British dub reggae bands. Something that does differentiate it from a lot of the post-punk, proto-goth, whatever you call it bands, is that the guitar is still a more defining instrument and the bass is pretty backseat for most of it. I do believe we also have a keyboard in there. Something I found very interesting was the use of sound effects. We got bird sounds, the ocean, dogs barking, and I think chain sounds? Wild. I'm not sure how much these guys had to work with, but I guess someone got a hold of some free sound effects and they sure put them to good use. A lot of the lyrics are pretty sad, way more sad than I would say the songs actually sound. Oh, and the lyrics are all in Spanish for anyone who's concerned about that sort of thing. Most of them describe what seems to be the aftermath of a breakup. There is a bit of a mermaid motif on this album. There is one song literally called Sirena and a few other songs that reference sirens or things about being tempted into the water, and as I mentioned earlier, one of the songs, Aparecida, has ocean sounds. This could either be a reference to their bad relationship or perhaps mental health. There does also appear to be an element of suicidal ideation, so maybe that is where the siren is tempting them into the water is referring to, or could be a mixture of the two. A lot of the songs could have multiple meanings. I actually learned some geography and history because I saw that one of the songs, Samarcanda, was a word I did not know. I Google translated it, it was just Samarkand, which I also didn't know. I looked it up and found out that that's a city in Uzbekistan. I skimmed the Wikipedia page a bit. This appears to be another lost love song, so what relation it has to the city, I am not certain. Like I said, I don't know much about the band and its members personally and haven't found any interviews, so I don't know what inspired them specifically, but I thought it was pretty cool. So that was that album. If you want to listen to it, I have the Spotify and iTunes links down in the description below. As a millennial, I of course bought it off of iTunes. If you want a solid copy, good luck with that. I've seen the vinyl on Discogs and eBay for around $200 US. I always encourage people to buy physical media if they can, but I won't judge you in this case if you can't. I try to link any social media pages as well, but being a no longer existing band, they do not appear to have any. If you want to follow me elsewhere on social media, my link tree is down in the description. I would like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you so please, and maybe share this video with anyone who you think might like it. Until next time, bye now.